welcome to Brotherly Game at Home. I'm Matt Ralph, the editor of BrotherlyGame.com, and I'm here with a couple guys I haven't seen in a while who I'm used to seeing pretty regularly down in Chester. I have Issa Rayyan and Ben Ofeimu, both who are in Michigan right now. So what's been going on? What's life like back home, being being with your family again, where you aren't used to spending a lot of time?
Yeah, it's a lot different. It's probably the longest we've ever been home. I've never been home for honestly this long. It's nice to actually be home with family and hang out with them and spend time with them. But now it's kind of getting to the point where I just want to get the season going again. Um, for the first month, it was really hard to just work out and get trainings in, and I was doing everything I could. I had a training partner back home, but with everything closed, it was just hard to keep the motivation. I was we're doing the same drills over and over again, and then now we're at a point where Ben and I actually have a decent routine going, where we just wake up. We have a mutual friend that has his own private training business, and so he is running these training sessions, a 2-hour training session with a lift and a whole training session with 6 to 8 guys every morning. And so it's actually some really good training. And then that way, I'm seeing Ben every morning. We get our trainings in, and then I'll go home. I know Ben is still taking classes as well, but I'm still taking my SNHU classes. And so I just have it's a similar routine I had back in Philly of just training, going home, finishing some homework, and then just spending time with some family, honestly.
And having me bug you too, right? Yeah, occasionally.
Yeah.
Hey, what about you?
Yeah, really same. We get to training at around 11. Me, Issa, my brother, and a couple other players that play in college, and we train for about 2 hours, like you said, and then usually get home, hang out with my mom and dad, and just have a fun time. Sometimes I go with my cousins, but I try to limit how many people I see. Um, but yeah, just chill with the fam and do some homework. I'm starting up again today, so I have to stay busy with that.
Both of you being in college, one of the things that kind of occurred to me that a lot of your peers are doing school, even the guys in high school and stuff too, that they're doing school similarly to the way that you guys have been doing it. Has that been weird to kind of see your friends talking about navigating life, schoolwork and doing all that, when that's kind of what life is like for you guys anyway?
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for over a year now, and it was just right when everyone was just going online and all these schools were canceling and they're moving on to these online and Zoom meetings and stuff. It was just I was just oh, I'm used to this. I mean, we're honestly doing the same thing right now. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this honestly doesn't affect us at all because I've been doing online. But yeah, I mean, I know for some people they're having trouble with it, but I mean, I think online is just something that I've I've learned to actually manage my time. I kind of enjoy it just because I do it when I want, and I'm able to just get my work done and yeah, honestly. But,
Right, and both of you, why I see that you were kind of doing that in high school too, right? Where you were,
yeah.
you weren't, especially when you had, you guys did a lot of traveling, even as academy
Mhm.
players, where your responsibility is to stay on top of all those things, in addition to staying fit and staying healthy and all that stuff to play. You were kind of always, it was always on you to manage all of that aspect of your education as well.
Yeah, for sure.
YC definitely, got us ready for this, just online and time management and all that. So, especially when you get to your junior year at YC and you're training with the still a lot, you basically it's all online because you're not really at the school too much. So it definitely gets you ready.
Yeah, and just the whole idea, like you said, Ben, of you you have to manage all these things yourself. Like you're at home, right? I mean, you're not getting you're not going to trainings every day. You don't have the direct content that you usually have with your coach, with the training staff, with the technical staff. So it seems like during this time it's really been the onus has really been on you guys to really buckle down and focus and try to maintain you know, your fitness levels and just where you're at on a path of developing as soccer players.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's really up to us right now. Like, you can honestly just, if you really want, you can honestly just sit down and whatever, like take the time. But like, it's I don't know. I mean, it I mean, it's been going well. There's many days where like I'll wake up and just like have like just lack motivation to like do anything. But now it's just like you just honestly just gotta push through, and like having a routine of just like a similar routine of just getting that training in the morning, and then just going back home and getting my homework done, and like it's like it honestly feels like I'm doing the same thing. And I mean it's yeah, I mean it helps a lot of just like keeping that routine going. But yeah.
And doing training, what precautions are you guys taking and even doing the training that you are doing?
um I mean we limit to like six, like we usually do like 3v3s, but I mean we don't over there, we just bring hand sanitizer. We don't really like share paintings or anything like that. But I mean, yeah, we don't really like dab, like we don't just or touch each other like that. We kind of social distance in a way and just do like passing drills and technical drills. But I mean, yeah, I mean we try our best, but we still gotta get a good training in. So we're trying our best. That's it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, it's you know, the idea of celebrating a goal the
Yeah,
way you guys do,
yeah,
I have, it's got to be weird to even think about how do you celebrate a goal. I mean, you've watched even sort of the Bundesliga, how there's it's sort of become
yeah. It's a weird
this kind of
thing.
strange thing.
Yeah, it's for sure. Everything's just different. I mean, like you go up and like you see your friends now, and it's just like you don't know what to do. If you give them a handshake or like a fist bump or like just wait from a distance. So like it's for sure different. But I mean, I know like going back to Philly, it was like to do because they obviously started individual training, and for us, the guys that left the state, they were talking about if it was even like worth it because even if we flew by like by plane, like we might have to quarantine for like another 2 weeks when we got back to the stadium. And then it was like um me and Ben are we're on the same team, and like we're not able to pass over there, but meanwhile we're out here, like we're able to do some trainings together. And so like it's I feel like we're getting some good trainings in right now. It's just very beneficial right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the interesting thing too. Is state by state, you know, the regulations are depending, right? I mean the
Yeah,
first team and everybody that is in the market is down in Delaware because Delaware is a little bit different than Pennsylvania. So you have this
yeah,
kind of you know, where the different parts of the country are you know, there's different regulations and different things that are put in place. Is that does that help though? The fact that you guys both are in Michigan, like you kind of have each other going through this, and now you have each other to train with as well.
Yeah, definitely. You know, Issa pushes me, I push him to work hard, and it's convenient. And the thing about it is our trainer, Kevin, he works with Evolution, is it's in the middle between both of us, so it's like both a 25-minute drive, so it's like perfect for us.
yeah.
And yeah, he definitely helps us out a lot. So
So so backing up a little bit, I mean, you guys are both from Michigan. You both end up playing for the Union Academy. Tell me a little bit about how that came about, and did you guys know each other, and what you know what's that kind of connection been like for you guys to be both from not too far away from each other?
For me, it was just like I've always known Ben, like rather just from like playing like you just play. I've always played against him like through ODP, um, and like
RIP.
ODP and like just being on Waza and playing against Vardar and stuff. I just like everyone just knew Ben is like, especially when we were younger. He was just like he was still like 6 foot and just this big guy and like he was for sure intimidating. But I mean, when after like my U13 year of Waza, it was like I needed to get into like an academy team just for like better training, better competition, and I decided to go to Vardar just because it was closer to my house. And when I went to Vardar, that was the team that Ben had played for. So I joined the team, and me and Ben ended up being on the same team our U14's year. We got pretty close. We like obviously like throughout trips and everything, we got close, and then the opportunity came up with Philly, and I know he was looking to go somewhere for more serious training and like you know wanting to go professional somewhere, and this was like the next step. And he had a decent amount of like places to go, and like Philly was one of the places that I got reached out to, and we decided to go together actually to go on trial for this for the union. And we were in the same residency house. We went there for a week, went to YC, trained together, and like we just literally did that all together. And it was just after that, like I think we got really close like during that trial, and then we were just like, yeah, like I think this is the place that like we would thrive. Like the residency, the whole everything, the whole setup looked awesome, and then from that, like when we decided to go together, then it was just all right, we're roommates now, and then we ended up rooming for 2 years, and then we moved houses again, and then I lived with him, lived with him for another year, and then so I mean, yeah, he's for sure like obviously like one of my best friends there, and like I mean, I can't. I was forced to. Obviously, I wasn't forced, but no, I've been around the guy for I've been around him for way too long now, and then obviously when I went to college, and then um I after my semester, my season there, I came right back and I'm rooming with the guy again. So I've known him for a decent amount of time now.
Yeah, for me is the same. He always played for this team called Waza, and I was playing for Vardar. We always play each other. We're both pretty good teams in the state. They beat us in, I think it was like state cup semifinals or something like that. But yeah, we always knew each other. And then he came to Vardar my U14 year, and we did really well that year. And we're both looking to go to the next level and go to MLS Academy. So, Philadelphia Union was an option, and we both went on trial together. And fortunately, we both made it. So, like you said, I've been living with him since, I was 14, and now we're back together. So it's kind of cool. Um, yeah, he's like a brother to me. Like, and I know his family, he knows mine, so we're super close.
Well, I think that's it sounds like too that the process of being young guys, moving halfway across the country to a new place, that kind of having another person who knows where you're coming from, who a little bit. It seems like that was probably a big help for both of you guys to kind of make that adjustment.
I 100% agree. Like it was like there's the first year, or honestly the second year was probably the toughest, just because like it was like we didn't have many guys in the house. It was honestly me, Ben, and then we lived with Cole Turner as well, and then another guy named Evan. But those guys that lived near the house would go home on the weekends, so it was literally just me and Ben on the weekends. And so like we didn't know many people around there. Like we couldn't drive or anything, so like it honestly was just me and him just hanging out for hours and just like finding the stupidest things to do and just literally just laughing and stuff. Like if I was like the things that we would do and stuff was just like it was just stupid, honestly. But I mean, yeah, I honestly don't know. It would have been very, very difficult to do it without Ben and just not knowing someone like that.
Having someone that you already know going into it, it was already nerve wracking going into a house with boys that you're competing against and everything like that. So going into it and knowing your roommate and all that just gives you a good comfortability and everything like that. So it definitely helped a lot.
I guess it helped too that you play very completely different positions on the field.
Yeah, that probably helped.
Issa's not going to be taking your job at center back anytime soon.
Yes.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Hey, watch out,
You
bro.
never know.
Never know.
You have this shared experience where you guys have grown up together, you've developed together, but now you're on the same team. Has that been a help to just have? I mean, obviously you've kind of been in touch with your coaches, your staff, and everything, but has it been helpful to at least have each other to kind of sort of navigate this time that we're in?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, like we said earlier, it's obviously very nice. Like every time we do like a passing drill, just like two players, just like going through like things. Like I'm always with Ben, just like to keep the duo going. Just I know him as a teammate. Um, like everything we do, and then usually when we play like 3v3s, like we'll try not to be in the same team, or just because like it gets really competitive and he pushes me, I push like my team as well. But when we are on the same team, we just like we connect. We just do the same thing that we usually do. Um, but it gets intense, like for sure. Like he like we for sure like I mean I think we're like the leaders, or with obviously with the union too being like some of the older guys on the team. Like we're for sure leaders over there. So um, we honestly like we kind of lead the training sessions well. We keep it at a level that we want, and we make sure the guys that train with us like keep that level. And if they want to continue to train, like they bring that level and they go intense. Like we don't want it to be an easy session. Um, but yeah, it's nice. And then we don't just we do also running workouts as well. Like Tuesdays and Thursdays, Ben usually comes to Grand Blanc, where he'll make the drive up here where all the other guys will come, and we have like a very big hill in my town, and so we like run up the hill. Like we'll do like 12 to 14 hills, and then we go to like the sand area, and then we'll do like some plyometrics and some agility, and then afterwards he'll come and I have a pool in my backyard, so we'll usually just spend a couple hours and just swim and stuff. So um, no, yeah, we switch it up, but we for sure push each other.
In terms of you guys are both you're both professional soccer players, but you're pushing to move up a level. Obviously want to play for the first team, play in MLS. You know the you would have had several games under your belt that since that game at home against Loudoun United, and the development path has sort of been put a little bit on pause in terms of how you develop on the field. Obviously, you guys are staying fit and you're doing everything you can. It sounds like even from the first team perspective that those guys are all really fit, and they're certainly ready to play. But do you see this kind of impacting your development, and what are some other ways that you've been able to develop without playing in games?
Yeah, I've been able to watch more games. Like I know on YouTube they've been putting up old World Cup games, so just watching players that I wasn't able to see, like Zidane, um, Terry Henry. Like I was able to see his later years, but to see him really in his prime was cool. I feel like I've learned off of that. Able to watch more and able to just focus on your fitness more. I think because you're not playing games, so you can really push your body and you can lift more. You can um, run more as well. So that did help with this quarantine and everything like that. But yeah, it's just certain things off the field. I feel like you can gain a lot of mental skills, and it also makes you just more hungry as well. Like I just feel like you find more love for the game when things like this happen. So it definitely has some benefits. Yeah.
Yeah, but besides like watching games, watching highlights on YouTube, like we worked with Sven. Sven is still there. If you want to reach out and just work on like your game as well. So we did like a little activity where like you find highlights from like one of your favorite players and just look at like the good things and things that he could do better, and just compare yourself to him, and he'll walk you through it and talk about your game as well. And yeah, what Ben said is just honestly just making you hungrier. Obviously, like I wouldn't say like our development's on pause, but like it is getting games in is completely different. I believe. I think like to get a 90-minute game and playing like 11v11, like that's something that we need as players. So it's for sure hard to like when we can to make sure we're fit and so when the season does continue, that we're ready from the minute like we start that mini preseason and just so we can just go hard right off the bat.
Was it especially hard for you guys because you had done so much work in preseason and you guys had made such tremendous progress from day one to getting ready to start the season, and then play a game and then have it kind of just be okay that now you're on a plane and you're flying home to Michigan instead of flying wherever you were supposed to be flying?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, it was for sure difficult. I mean, like you get there, like I absolutely like. I mean, I was going very hard. Just like preseason from at YC, like I had the opportunity to go with the first team preseason, and I did well. Like whatever, I scored a goal as well, and then but like I picked up an injury then, and I hurt my ankle, and then after that it was like I missed a couple weeks, and like I was doing everything I could, like in rehab and just at home, icing it, making sure I was good by the first game. And like I like barely like that week I got cleared, and it was I got 45 minutes, split it with Nate, and like it was just awesome to like to play and be able to be available. But the North Carolina game was like I was gonna be have my first 90-minute game, and then so it was just nice to like work towards everything. We achieved a lot of things that like it was very hard to do, and it took a lot of like scrimmages and the preseason games and just like walking through it in training of like to get how we wanted to play. And so I thought first game we did well, but I for sure think we should have walked away with 3 points. I thought we had opportunities there, but then it was just like, okay, we're on to the next one. And then it's a Friday, and then you walk into the locker room, and they're just like, guys, like we're not even training today. Like it's season's delayed for 30 days, and so like it was something that I saw coming, but it was just like, yeah, it was for sure hard to deal with.
Yeah, same for me. You know, you work so hard in preseason, and to be honest, yeah, I think it's like one of my hardest preseasons, and um, you know, you're looking forward to developing each game and having fun, but of course this happened, so it's sad, but man, what can you do?
Right, and everyone's in this together too. It's not like there's some other players are getting getting a
Yeah,
beat on you. I mean, even when you talk about coming back to play, it's not like you're gonna be going into a game against a team that has been playing this whole time, or
yeah,
that had some advantage over you guys.
affected everyone.
Yeah,
Definitely. Well, hey guys, it's been great to see you and to catch up with you. I look forward to seeing you back out on the field. Anything else to add in terms of what you've most been missing and what you're most looking forward to getting back together and putting on the uniform and playing in front of the home fans here in Philadelphia?
I mean, I'm just ready to just see my teammates and then just honestly just play. Like I just want to like obviously I want to train and stuff, but I just want to play a game. I really do miss like playing a game and just going at players, being on the wing. I just yeah, like I just miss that honestly. And then I mean I just feel like I mean I just want to go out there and like just continue to prove myself and just break into the first team as well with. And I know that's a goal that me and Ben have shared for a while now, and just that's what I want to accomplish. This was a big year for me, um, but hopefully like things will work out, and yeah, we continue to keep pushing and
yeah, same for me. I can't wait to play again and see our big family again and train every single day with our teammates. And as well, I just want to keep proving myself and try to have the best performances to get to the first team. So yeah.
Well, cool, man. Well, hey, I appreciate your time. It was great talking to you. It was good to hear from you. And again, look forward to seeing you guys out there and enjoy your time, the rest of your time with your family. I know that's something both of you guys, family is really important to you. So it is good that you get to be be around your siblings and your family and stuff. So
Yeah.
thanks so much, guys. I appreciate your time, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, thanks, man.
So.